All right, man. You hear Gabrielle Union say that she was scared that if she missed the movie, that they cut a movie, that she wasn't gonna be able to pay her bills because um, her and D Wade split everything 50-50. If you don't really see the masculinity in women coming out, hear women say, I guess they saying I'm in my feminine and all this type of bullshit. Now that's kind of like it's kind of like they saying or whatever. And it's kind of what they be saying or whatever. So um I know they made news for moving out of Florida because I believe they were saying it's not LGBT friendly for their daughter or son, whatever they want to identify as. And and but they women you know they have a bad habit of embarrassing men today, publicly embarrassing men today. And you got to remember, at one point, you couldn't embarrass a man in front of the kids, and now these women going in front of the camera embarrassing men. And she said they split everything 50-50. Now I'm not bashing that. You know what I'm saying? Because I say this too about women. Women want to be masculine, right? Women want to be men. They want the benefits of men, and they don't want none of the cons of being a man, right? See, they want to be paid like man on a job, but when shit get too heavy or when they got to get too dirty, right? Oh, they want to turn their charm on and they want to start using their defense mechanism and crying, or then they want to be your friend and help them lift that heavy box that's within weight requirement. They want to use you as a man, or they want to find a simpleton or simp on the job to do it, you know. And then when he tries to, when you want to reciprocate the energy after the job is done, she ghosts. Or she act like he don't exist until she need him again, or she can just find somebody else to do it. Right? That's what they want to do. They want to be men, but they want to have all the benefits of a feminist or of a woman, but none of and all the benefits of being a man, but none of the cons of being a feminist or a woman. It's never okay to publicly disrespect your mate. And you see these females, on TikTok and all this, saying, cussing people out or disrespecting their man at the stores, telling stories like that. As a man, you cut that shit off. Once you do that, you be like, you know what, man, even if you gotta leave that bitch at the mall without a way home, you be like, nah, bro, we ain't doing this. I told you, I'm gone. I'm gonna go ahead and pull off. You figure it out. If you want to come start tearing your shit up, call the police. But a lot of these women are getting too comfortable with being hoes and being too comfortable with disrespecting their men. Once you let that shit ride in the beginning of a relationship, you setting the precedent. That's why you cut that shit off. But if they splitting 50-50, that's their thing. You got a lot of women say, oh no, I can never. But you got a lot of women right now who going 70-30 with the state, with another man paying that's paying child support. So don't you got a lot of women that's paying everything and saying, well, I couldn't do 50-50. Cool. That's you. I think it's smart for dudes to do 50-50. Because these women want to be masculine. These women, want to move the way they moving and be the dominant alphas of the household, or, you know, you know, I mean, you gotta ask yourself, bro, what are you getting out the relationship anyway for you to be doing 70-30, 100%, or even 60-40? What are you getting? Some pussy, dude? Pussy shouldn't cost you 100-0 or 60-40. You gotta ask yourself what you getting for a relationship. She hooking you up? You know what I'm saying? Because cooking and cleaning and taking care of the kids, that's what you're supposed to do as a human that live in a household. Yeah, let's call a spade a spade. What is they doing for you to be financing her lifestyle? You paying 100% of nothing, and then if you fall off, And then you be like, well, shit, all that money you've been having and keeping, right? What you been doing with it? Bitch been blowing it on shoes, another nigga, cause you grinding. Yeah, make that bitch pay 50-50, especially if she want to go out there and disrespect you. 100% of nothing ain't for every female. Let's keep it a bean. 70-30, 60-40, 80-20 ain't for every female, bro. These women, female get lazy, they get content, and then they turn around and blame it on you. Make them hoes pay. Cause bring a vagina to the table and being able to cook chicken Alfredo, what that mean? They bring nothing to the table today, bro. They don't bring loyalty, emotional support. They don't cook. They don't clean the way they should. They don't raise kids the way they should no more. What are they bringing to the table? Eye candy, arm candy. They can't even sit at home. You know. So, like I said before, whatever worked for you, I ain't shaming nobody. Women like I could never. And they got women right now who the state of Louisiana, the state of California paying their bills. They on Section 8. Bitch, you going 80-20 with the state, 20-80 with the state paying 80, your rent $10. You going, OnlyFans paying your money, bro. You selling your body. You know what I'm saying? And if some of these chicks going 100-0 with they self, oh, I can go 50-50. Well, bitch, you lonely. You have nothing to offer but twat. And that shit ain't shit. Most of these women just lay there. Most of these women just lay there. Once you start asking yourself what the majority of these women bring out here, you know what I'm saying? Ask yourself, you know, ask yourself what they bringing, you know? Gotta ask yourself, sit there and just think, like, what am I getting out of this relationship that I couldn't get on my own? Ask yourself. Great question. Ask yourself, like, damn, what am I getting out of this? What is my benefit out of this? Just sit down there and like Coach Greg Adams say, sit down there and make a pros and a con list and see, what you giving and what you getting. And a lot of y'all ain't even getting emotional support, bro. A lot of y'all ain't getting nothing close to unconditional love. And no woman really got unconditional love for another man, for real. Nobody do. Maybe your kids do, and the only one you really can get that from is your parents, especially your mother. You know, that's the only one you really can count on getting that from most of the time. You know, so but but yeah, I get you getting too comfortable with letting these women disrespect you, and then this shit get out public, and you got women who giving their opinions on this, and they going to they paying for everything at the crib, or child support, or the state paying for everything at the crib, or OnlyFans paying for everything at the crib, or they asking niggas, to pay this and that and the third, like they independent. You still dependent on something. You're not dependent on the career. A lot of these niggas, these women dependent on the hustle. And guess what? Hustles don't have longevity. Careers have longevity. Businesses usually have, when you do it right, have longevity. But this is what she said. When did she first develop her first sense of financial security after working so many jobs? I still struggle with that. I have more responsibilities for my money. She continued. I get nervous if a movie doesn't open, and I'm going to have enough to hold everyone up. Something she says helps with that is her and her hubby Dwyane Wade decision to split everything 50-50. So that's the point they got there. Like, oh, I don't know if this doesn't do well, and I don't know if this doesn't do well, how we pay your bill. So at the end of the day, let's just say, my situation, whatever, just as an example, and my girl come up short, whatever, with whatever bill or whatever shit she got coming up, whatever. Guess what? That's when I step in. I kick in like a generator, or if I'm short on something, like, oh man, I was sick this month, or whatever, oh, I got you. You know what I'm saying? Or that's why you save money. If it's just you, hey, don't go buy them that damn designer bag. Put that 900, that 500, that 300 you got up. Spend 100 of it. You know what I'm saying? That's when I'm pretty sure he gonna step in and pay it regardless. Now maybe she got too much pride to allow Dwyane Wade to step in and pay it, and she don't want to say, "Well, I need help," and she want to be in her masculine. But when women go back to being women, it'll be, everything will be cool. And they're gonna have to get completely broken down. And that's what's happening right now in the dating scene. A lot of dudes choosing not to date, choosing to go out the country, you know what I'm saying, choosing not to have kids. They didn't learn to hustle. These women too masculine, or they just paying for it, they just gaming and macking and leaving. That's what they doing. And it is what it is. It is what it is. A lot of dudes making the adjustment. Because every man, is able to get the story. But to move on, like he ain't gonna do that. She said, I have more responsibilities for my money. She continue, I get nervous if movie don't open. I'm going not gonna have enough to hold, now. So my thing is this: Dwyane Wade ain't gonna like let the household go down, you know, or he's gonna move on. So, like I said before, man, take these females serious, bro. And you got a woman that embarrass you in public or on internet embarrass you, man, get rid of her. You can check her, like, when she do it in the beginning, check her, like, yeah, don't do that. Or I ain't putting up with that. You got to go. You got to go. That's what you say. You got to go. Come back when you ready. Once you nip shit like that in the bud, and that go for women too. Once a dude feel like he could disrespect you in the beginning of the relationship, first time, hey, no, we ain't doing that. I'm gonna go ahead and leave, and I'll call you tomorrow. Call me tomorrow when you ready to act right. Cut that shit in the bud. Once you start letting shit slide in the beginning of the relationship, that's gonna be the trend. But hey, it is what it is. Check out the Real 101 playlist, music entertainment playlist. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Women more than welcome to comment. Men too, obviously. Don't be disrespectful. But my thing is, whatever worked for you, man. Don't let the internet dictate what worked for you. Especially if you building for a goal, everybody go like the same. Hit the link tree. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Appreciate the love, support. Peace.